I met Elena in college. She was elegant, sharp, beautiful, the kind of woman who made professors forget what they were saying. I was a scholarship student, working 2 jobs just to stay enrolled. We shouldn't have made sense. But somehow, we did. Her father, Charles Morland, was one of the richest men in the country. Oil, logistics, private equity. A walking Wall Street headline. When I met him, he didn't hide his skepticism. "What are you after, son? My daughter or my money?" I told him the truth. "Neither, sir. I'm just trying to keep the lights on and not fail organic chem." He chuckled. We shook hands. Over the years, Charles and I grew close. Elena and I married. We moved into a beautiful home he gifted us as a wedding present, though I insisted on paying the taxes myself. When Charles got sick, I was the one who took him to chemo. When he lost his appetite, I cooked. When he couldn't sleep, I sat beside him, sometimes for hours. While Elena wasn't always there. She was grieving, sure, but she was also distant. Distant in a way that started long before the diagnosis. I thought it was stress, maybe depression. What it really was, I didn't see coming. Charles died on a Thursday, peacefully, at home. I held his hand. Elena sobbed against my chest. The funeral was private, only a dozen guests. Afterward, we returned to the mansion, her childhood home, for the wake. She barely spoke to me. That night, I found her in the hallway packing a suitcase. "Where are you going?" "I need space," she said. "I can't be here." "Okay, we can go somewhere together." "No," she cut me off. "I meant alone." She left that night. No hug, no goodbye. The next day, the family attorney called. The will would be read that afternoon. I almost didn't go, but something in my gut told me I should. The room was tense. Elena sat in the front row, wearing all black. Her eyes were dry. The attorney opened the folder. "Per the wishes of Mr. Charles Morland, I will now read the final will and testament." First came the formalities, legal phrasing, estate valuation, total net worth $261 million. Everyone sat straighter. Then, the beneficiaries. "To my daughter, Elena Morland," she smiled faintly, "I leave a trust in the amount of $250 million with the following conditions." She froze. "Conditions?" The attorney continued. "Which shall be nullified if, within 72 hours of my death, she has abandoned her husband, filed for divorce, or attempted to sell marital assets." Gasps. She stood. "What the hell is this?" "The terms are legally binding," the lawyer replied calmly. "He knew?" she whispered. I sat in the back row, silent, watching her world crumble in real time. Elena's hands were trembling. "This is a joke," she snapped. "He would never put that in writing." The attorney calmly pulled out a second document, notarized, signed, and dated 3 months prior. A video was also included. The screen behind him flickered to life. Charles Morland sat in a leather armchair, blanket over his knees. He looked straight into the camera. "If you're watching this, then I'm gone. Elena, you are my daughter, and I will always love you. But I wasn't blind. I saw the way you changed, the way you looked at him, the man who sat with me through every chemo, the man who married you, not my bank account." He sighed. "So here's the deal. If you're still married to him, if you've stood by him, like he stood by me, the trust is yours. But if you've left him, discarded him, or chased someone else's wealth, then you get what you gave." The screen went dark. Elena sat in silence. The room was dead quiet. Then the attorney cleared his throat. As of 8:52 p.m. last night, Mrs. Moreland vacated the marital home without intent to return. She has not contacted her husband since. No divorce has been filed yet, but under the terms, the trust is void. "That's not fair," she shouted. "It's his will," the attorney said, "not yours." She turned toward me. For the first time in 2 days, she actually looked me in the eyes. "You knew?" I stood slowly. "No, but apparently, he did. You're behind this. I sat beside him when you couldn't be bothered to text back. You're taking his side. He earned it." The lawyer continued. "The $250 million trust reverts to the next beneficiary." Everyone turned. "To Mr. Daniel Moreland, my son-in-law, I leave the remainder of my estate, including assets from the forfeited trust." You could have heard a pin drop. Elena's mouth opened, then closed. Again. She looked around the room as if waiting for someone to object. No one did. Even her cousins, who used to beg her for money, looked away. She stood, shaking. "You're nothing without him," she said to me. "You're a gold digger. That's all you ever were." I smiled. "Funny. That's exactly what your father thought, at first." She stormed out, left the house, the money, and eventually, the country. I stayed, because Charles wasn't just my father-in-law. He was my mentor, my friend, and apparently, the only person who really saw what was going on. I didn't touch the money for months, didn't buy a mansion, didn't quit my job. But I started a foundation, in his name, for people who take care of others when no one else does. And I kept the video, watched it once a year, every time I needed to remember what loyalty looks like. Because Charles was right. Some people build fortunes, others build character. And when they die, only one kind of legacy matters. Thank you for watching. If you want to get more that kind of stories, press like and check out our channel and check.